Okay. Ugh. Can't believe we lost like the biggest piece of evidence we had. This is Judgment Day. Today, things are going to be settled at last. A lot of things. Ah! What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. His birthday's looking glum, as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa! What are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. Just thought I could cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya! Maybe you should go outside to discharge. Right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Whoa, yeah, pal! What's gotten into that girl? Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth? Good morning. How'd it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, we captured our runaway caretaker. Just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. That has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready. Right, very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I'd like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well, begin your testimony. I'm really sorry about leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, you see. I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I need one of those motive things, right? I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. Yaniyogi. You're a Yaniyogi, and I'm going to prove it. I'd call what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were in danger. Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. I said the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony. Sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do. Von Karma and Yaniyogi. Food? Well, Polly is a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack? Well, I kinda got lost, you see. The witness has trouble remembering these things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, on camera. No one's gonna believe that. I see. So he was lost. Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yep. Seems like it. And how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. Yeah. How am I supposed to prove that what's going on in that old Cogner's head? That's impossible. I'm glad you come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Please continue. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge, it's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past, or lack thereof, into question. Does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. Order, order. Mr. Wright, there's a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Oh, now this is interesting. I would like to know myself, so who is he? Don't play dumb on Von Karma. Yanni Yogi. His name is Yanni Yogi, the former court bailiff. Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh, Yanni Yogi, the Deal 6 incident. Figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Tisk. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This witness is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. Allow me to repeat, once more, that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. I can't prove he's Yogi right here, though. Then I got nowhere else to go. Jesus. Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see, that makes sense. Tisk. Huh? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprints. What? What? No fingerprints? You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints to hide your past. Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. No. Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided, no? No. I know what happened, I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are we gonna do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief, hmm? Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot. What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to. Your Honor? The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Take Mr. Von Karma up? On my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. Order. Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested the cross-examination to cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes out of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through with your little game. I'm doing it. Let the parrot take the stand. I'll cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. When Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. Oh my god. That's quite a bird. Can't believe we're doing this. Please tell us your name. Name? The witness is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please testify for us. Hello, Squawk. Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination. Right. What are you going to do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Do I... do this? Oh, shoot. I thought I would use it to, talk to him. Sorry. I guess I'll just press the bird. Witness, you can't just stay alone and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Oh, okay. Right, what should I say? Have you forgotten something? As I recall, 2 days ago. Right. I can't get Polly to say that here. That would prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello, Squawk. That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot something. Something we forgot. Hello, Squawk. Uh-oh, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it. This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Just something the matter, Mr. Wright. Wait, don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we'd forgotten anything? Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We should show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yoki. I guess I thought that was the answer. And get her to say the safe number, the number of the safe. Huh? The safe? Why? Just try to get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what was the number in the safe in the shack? 1228. 1228. Ah, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker. Actually, it does. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Huh, ridiculous. How can the number to his safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? The DL6 case file. What is this obsession you have with that case? Mr. Wright, where in this case file is something relating to that safe number? Case summary? It's on the case summary page. The case summary. Specifically the date on which the DL6 incident occurred. The date of the incident, December 28th. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. Ugh. Use the day of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see, it certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. But this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM's card number to 0001 because I'm number 1. This has nothing to do with the date. Nothing. Indeed. Alone, it is a very weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence? What? That's a weird word. Where am I gonna find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If we could just get one more piece of evidence. Right. But what? Very well, witness. You may continue. Oh. Forget. I guess what's your name? Maybe she got her to say her name. Polly, what's your name? Polly. Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot's name is Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity? I don't know. Maybe I should look at the file. 12/28/2001, Elevator District Courthouse. And the oxygen was depleted at the time of the incident. No clues found on the scene. Gary Edgeworth, age 35, defense attorney, trapped in the elevator returning from a lost trial with his son, Miles Edgeworth, age 9. One bullet found in his heart. The murder weapon was fired twice. Yanni Yogi, age 37, courts bailiff, trapped in elevator with Edgeworth. Memory loss due to oxygen deprivation. During arrest, fiancée Polly Jenkins committed suicide. Yes. Yes, it does. Ah, fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity. And show us this proof. Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is... the DL6 case file. It's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on, then? Show us, or stop wasting our time. Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in this file is the information connected to the parrot's name? Suspect data. It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed, it does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly. Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. I guess that is possible. A mere coincidence, that is all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that's all. True, that's a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately. Okay. Witness, tell us your name. Wait, this witness, he doesn't remember. No. Oh. No, it's okay. Oh, he changed. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Nick, he looks totally different. Yeah. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Order, order! Yanni Yogi. So, was it you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond said Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent to get me off the hook. So, I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. And this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had led to it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this is it. Finally a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Von Karma, where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then, the defendant Miles Edgeworth is innocent. In this case, at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I'd like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant Mr. Miles Edgeworth. That is all. This court is adjourned. Wait. Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means no. Edgeworth? Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick! Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell him he was the murderer in the L6 incident. He's going to tell him he killed his own dad. Uh-oh, what do I do? The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst. Didn't something like this happen yesterday, too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. That'd be Larry. You must hear this new statement. You must hear Miles Edgeworth. He's right. You have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out. Oh my god. For 15 years, I've had a reoccurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean, in the innocent where your father died? In the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murder. The criminal in the DL6 incident. It was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I'm guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me. Order, order. This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. It's obvious. We should hold a trial, right here, right now. Oh my god. We tried to retry this man for his crime of 15 years ago. With what evidence? I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. Oh dear. Sorry, right? Just wasted all your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy! Just crazy! Nick, what are you doing? Huh? Oh. I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case for what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, Hal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it in court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth. I don't believe you're a nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. Okay. Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, through pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. Statute of limitations on the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it is unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. On karma. You knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Very well. Oh, I understand. Excuse me. Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth. I'm a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. And testify about this matter to the court. Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday. I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That'll be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please, please. Okay. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted to stop them from fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. Until now, you thought this memory was a dream. We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events. Bah, the same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Okay. Okay, let's... So, there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator. Yes, myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first, but then as time passed, no one came to help. Lost her composure and began to argue. What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then... I fall on my feet. What was it? Pistol. I assume it was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster. And you picked it up. What happened next? Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous, but the air was getting so thick I panicked. So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi? I was in a daze. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. There it is. Part of the testimony that clearly contradicts evidence. Okay. Oh wait. I didn't realize I went through the whole thing again. They're at Yogi. Let's just press this first. The gun fired once. Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, it echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and the horrible scream. Scream. I said it was fired twice. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this as evidence, unless you can tell us what page it is on. Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony? Oh my god. Look at the victim data on this file. It says quite plainly, the murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing, and the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? Your Honor, as I am sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There's no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What? I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy, at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with this case? Sure? I have no idea. Your Honor, I think I'll be able to show you proof. What? Impossible. Now, Mr. Von Karma. Save you're surprised for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright, show us your proof. Do you have evidence of the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident? Oh, the photograph? There's a bullet in the window. Look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where? Your Honor, please. Please get the clue. Okay. That. That should be obvious. The contradiction is here. I see a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol, yet there's also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also note that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Order, order? Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Oh, I don't know what he said the rest of that. Try the case summary page. Case summary. It's on page 1. Look what's written in there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. The pistol had indeed been fired 2 times. The other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter, the whole truth. And it was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door. That's weird. Order? I will have order. Mr. Ray has proven one thing to us quite clearly, that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, Mr. Von Karma says the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So all we have is a single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. Gah, how did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about the whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? Sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick? The second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. No. You said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. Sorry. It's just when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. So certain of it. I thought I won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think that it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick. Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. The shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I'd like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No. No, I do not. So you killed your father, though it was not your intention. Yes, I did. Oh no. He's accepted the guilt. Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today right here. Right now. Indeed. Does anyone have any objections? I haven't been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things now I know I should be saying. My mind's gone blank. I can't find the words. Mr. Wright? I have an objection? Your Honor. Your Honor, I object. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object? Oof. Nick. I don't know. This case is perfect. Oh no. Ugh. It must exist. The second bullet. What? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. Seems waiting is going to produce any answers from Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet, it existed. What? But we had just heard proof that it did not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer. The murderer. Then tell us just who this murderer is. I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet, but why? Huh. First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet? They had to find it? Of course there was a need. That's why they took it. What possible reason could they have had? Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene with them is... bullet would be proof. Or maybe they thought that the bullet would be used as proof? Proof? It was a special bullet, so they took it with them. In that case, if that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. Huh? Why would they only take one of the two shots fired? Oh, right. Mr. Wright, have you really thought this through? I'm going to have to penalize you. I got penalized for that? This isn't going so well. Why would the murderer have spent the time looking for a stray bullet? I haven't got a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. Had to take it. Had to take it, the murderer. What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had the intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But, the murderer had to take the bullet. Had to? Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Well, for instance... For instance what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer. The bullet hit the murderer. Just saying for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that was really what happened? Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderer themselves was shot, and they left with the second bullet still inside of them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime. Yes, I guess that's how it would work, yes. But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanayogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean the murder came from outside, yes? Oh my god, it keeps going. The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges, and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Mr. Wright, you're truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. What are you saying? Deny it, deny it. No one involved in the incident was wounded. There was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. Can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick. Huh? I just thought of something. Really crazy. Crazy? Remember what Grossberg said yesterday? I got Edgeworth out of blow to perfect. Oh, right. Usual meant for the man. That was the first and last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean... it could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. Oh man. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murder came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Uh-oh. Should I come on stage now? Maybe I should save. We've gotten this far. Okay. Save it for a better time. Well, he's asking now. That's YOLO. Your Honor. There is a suspect. Well-known suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Well, Mr. Wright? Who is your suspect? My hands are shaking. What? Von Karma. Von Karma? You mean the Von Karma, the prosecutor? The one standing right over there. But you don't object. I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself in a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident. Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Nick, let's find out who his doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Von Karma, perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Grr. Nobody's that perfect. He still has a bullet in him. Oh my god. So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? No way. That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Wait, what does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere, but where? Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove evidence to prove that I was shot? I don't know. I guess just say it again. I don't think I have evidence. It would be impossible to find a doctor to operate on Von Karma, even if Von Karma did undergo surgery. Seems you have finally come to your senses. You realize the truth. You can't prove something that didn't happen. Nick! The court record. There must be something. Court record? What could be in there? God, there's no time. I better think on it as I go. What? Alright, Von Karma. I'll prove it. I'll even use evidence. I know how much you like it so much. What? The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is... the bullet? What exactly is that? Sorry. Whoops! Ah! Damn it! I thought they would like take the bullet and they'll be like, well, we can compare this bullet to the one in his shoulder or something. I guess the court record, like she said? What am I doing? Oh my god. Okay, wait. I need to be careful. I'm literally on death row here. Oops. I was trying to save again. Okay. Stop! Tell me how to connect my controller. Oh, shoot. Prove that Von Karma was shot. No way. Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk injury. Oh my god. No way. What are we holding on to that? He wouldn't risk surgery, leaving an evidence trail. So then, I asked where that bullet is now. I think it's unlikely Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean... I do. There's still a possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Is that even possible for all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. Could use his metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find. Uh-oh. I refuse. You refuse. But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you. Order, order, order. Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said that we had to end it right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. I can't believe we're using this. There it goes. It reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma. You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to the DL6. Oh, and this is where we present the bullet. But, Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here. Not I. Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6? Of course you can't. You don't have any DL6 evidence. It's because you took it out of the records room yesterday. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Kamera. What? You were close, 1 day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. Here we go. Here's my final proof. This is where we take the bullet out. That's a bullet? Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings. You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon, while the bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you could tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. You can analyze both bullets, and if the markings matched, you know that both the bullets have been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma? You will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet and solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? Oh my god. That scream. I heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Can't breathe. Oh, it's the scream you heard before you passed out. It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed. Mr. Von Karma. Only you would dare defy me! So it was you. You and your father are my curse. Oh my god. Your father shaded me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar in my shoulder that would never fade. I will, oh my god, bury you. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Death, death. Oh my god. 15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. Sorry, but you will have to be penalized. Look, I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth? It was a shock, like none I had ever known. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall, and I felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on, and the elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was my destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. He was a perfect prime. Tis. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge? What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it. Very well. Appears that we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. Oof, it's been a long way. 15 years later. Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. You are innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Oh, thank God. What a long trial. That is all. This court is adjourned. Oh. Nick, we did it. Did you see his face? Aunt Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool inside, but inside, you crushed him, Nick. Crushed. I gotta say I'm impressed. It was pretty close, though. I was sure we had it. I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now, it's all just a good memory. So, it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right. Yeah? I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try, thank you. I see. Thank you, Wright. You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. Sorry, I'm not good at that sort of thing. You gotta learn, Edgeworth. She's got you there. Whoop! Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. Tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth? You should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Whoop. I feel foolish. Don't worry. Take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey, y'all. Lotta. Y'all were great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth. Congrats. Thank y'all very much. I knew you were innocent. From the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Who, me? Aw, I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer real quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Huh? It's over, Nick. My life is over. Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick. I'm not longing for this world. You don't look sick. It's Fiancé. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. Shouldn't have seen that coming. Yo, Edgy. There you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Butts. You come along tonight too. My treat, pal. Huh? Thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. He says treat. That's not police talk for prison food, right? Right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah? What's up? That envelope that Larry gave me. It's got money in it. Well, yeah, it's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. $38 exactly? Nick! Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? $38? No. No! Larry, it was you! What are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? That doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day, 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came to school anyway. And he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. Just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. Really, right? I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth. Hmm? You should have told me. Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. There you have it. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you have always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too. Death. The death sentence for both of you. Man, if only I had known. I'd have become a prosecutor. Same goes for me, only the other way around. Longest time, thought I might have killed my own father. Thought I might be a criminal. Became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. I had known the truth. Might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth. Want to switch, right? Hey y'all. Line up, I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go. For that, dinner on me. So heartwarming. The Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. Oh my god. Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. Hmm? What's this? A letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Goodbye? What time is it? The first trains for the mountains have already left to the station. I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick? Maya? So, you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? Oh my god. Wait! What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mira's voice. You heard my sister. Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end, when I thought we'd lost everything. Oh, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Ghostberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you're the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Show Maya some evidence to cheer her up. The bullet. A bullet? Von Karma was convinced you had taken all the evidence pertaining to DL6. But you're the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. And you were the one who gave it to me. Nick. Thanks, Bella. Couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay, I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless. I don't know about that. So, this is it. See you soon, Maya. Oh, cute. She's so cute. Thanks, Nick. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page. Say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins. The same old crazy cast of characters. Oh my god. Huh, don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you would like to rethink that claim. Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh, I got a bad feeling about this. What's happening? Oh, credits! Is there a bonus chapter or am I dumb? Oh, I can't do anything. Hey pal, Mr. Edward came down to the precinct to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Whoop, Detective Gumshoe. And he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kinda like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? Okay, well, I can put this down for a second. Huh? Nick? Nah, I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop. That Missy is a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you call a cheap date. Huh? Oh, she's in Hawaii right now. Yeah. Oh, you right? Yeah, I remember him. He's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful. Oh my god. Phoenix Wright. The defense attorney for whom I wrote that Avadat for. Oh my god. Oh, you should know. I've taken over management of the Gatewater Hotel. Should you be in the area, please stop by. Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright? Oh yes, Mia's understanding, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. I haven't seen him of late. The days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see? Phoenix Wright? Is he an actor? Oh, I'm not buying it. Can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Oh god, it's going. Pleased to announce the Pink Princess is a hit. Sure owe that Mr. Wright a great deal, Sif. Oh, I'm keeping my face out of the public eye till it's over. Wouldn't want to ruin my kids' dreams, you know? Any kids' dreams, not my kids. Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. Sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. Said she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at anyway? Right? Who's that? You want to talk? Let's talk. Pink Princess, alright? But, you know, I snuck into the studio the other day, and I saw her, the one inside the Pink Princess suit. What a dog. It's kind of a shock for a boy at my tender age. Yeah, I remember right. That lawyer guy. Huh, me? I'm in training to become a paranormal photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them, there's a ghost. For real. Now that's talent. I'm gonna be famous. Oh. Cute. Yeah, there is a last chapter. I thought there was. Brand new episode has been added. This one's insane. Yes, please. That was a lot. Alright. It's a good place to stop. Oh my god, what a long trial. Yeah, we did it! We managed to get through it. Oh, it was so hard. Yeah, we did it. This next one coming up. Oh, it's another level. Oh, what a cute little end though to that. That was so wholesome. I really enjoyed that. That'll be it for now. So we'll start the little bonus, I guess, extra chapter after this. It gets crazy. It's pretty crazy. A lot going on. It'll be fun. So that'll be it. Have a good night. See you hopefully next time.